Hello everybody, Lisa Allen here. Today, as you can see, we've made it out of the basement and we are currently in my garden in my backyard. And today we're going to be talking about one of our first initiatives with Artemis Media. It's called Farm Your Yard. One of the easiest ways, most simple ways that you can make an individual action to deal with some of the problems that we're dealing with right now is growing your own food. It helps reduce carbon miles on your food. It provides food security. It can put your compostable garbage to good use, and it's a great activity to do with your family, your kids, and and at the end of the year you end up getting a whole ton of really great tasting homegrown food. So I'm going to take you on a little tour of the garden and kind of talk about a couple of things, and yeah, I hope you enjoy. It's a labor of love sometimes. We just had a whole bunch of bad weather and then some sunny days where I was busy and I couldn't get a lot done, and you'll see things have gone crazy. I'm not a super picky, I got to get rid of every weed kind of person. I think that some weeds have value. Definitely I leave in dandelions and plantain, things like that, when the world comes crashing to an end, they'll be there for you to eat when there's nothing else. Anyway, yeah, let's get at her. So this is my backyard garden. When I moved into this house, this whole area here was lawn, and I hate lawns. What's the point? You just spend your time and money, energy keeping them green and weed free and mowed, and really there's not a whole lot of use to them. So this part of the yard has Saskatoon bush, and we're growing some potatoes in bags, and then I have some carrots in there. They're in there, you can't see them right now. You also see the chicken wire, and that is because we have a kitty cat problem around here, and they love to come and dig and mess all your hard work up. So we thought we'd try this year, and it's worked pretty good. I've also got 2 apple trees, but thanks to the crazy weather that we had this spring, they haven't seemed to blossom. So I don't think we're not going to have any apples this year, which is a huge bummer because they were really delicious last year. And then I've got some peas there mixed in with some buckwheat that they kind of grow up with, but we'll stake those up today. And as you can see, we've had some visitors chewing on our leaves. The whole town is being attacked by tent caterpillars, which are gross. I hate them, but it's nature, right? So anyway, this is another apple tree, and yeah, right here we have some lettuces, chard, salad mix, and some kale over there. And over here I've got some rhubarb going. We've already harvested quite a bit from that, and that'll keep going all summer, and it's delicious. Yeah, so, oh look, it's a little silly dog. Hi Bella. Now we approach this garden like a mini farm, and so we try to recycle as much of our plant waste in compost. Of course, we do use the city composting program for stuff that is uncompostable. And that's our tumbler over there. This bed here will eventually be a bunch of herbs. It's a herb square. Of course, it's got the chicken wire on it to keep the cats out. And then we have some zucchini, some tomatoes. Hello! We've got some beans. Yeah, they're starting to come up good. So here we have some beets, and they've come up a little bit unevenly, so I'm not 100% sure what's going on there, but we'll pamper what's left. So one of the reasons I'm showing you all this today is that in August, to encourage, motivate people to start a garden or continue their garden. It's a little bit late now to start a garden, but you could follow along, and every 2 weeks we're going to have an update. You'll see how things are coming along. And and then in August I'm going to run a social media contest for people to post pictures of their farm yard garden. I haven't quite figured out exactly how we're going to do the contest, but we'll offer a gift certificate to the farmer's market or maybe to a gardening center, just to motivate people to show us all great photos of all the hard work they're doing in their yard and all the great food that they're producing. So I think one of the first lessons that you can take away from gardening on your own is how much it actually takes to grow food. And when you grow your own food and you see how long, like if you had to grow your own food and you couldn't go to the supermarket to buy produce in this, whenever you wanted, you'd be waiting a long time in the spring before you actually had fresh food to eat. So it should make you understand that we can't waste food. We waste so much food. 40% of all grown food is wasted. It's either blemished or has gone bad, is not suitable for market, and doesn't even hit the shelves. And then, grocery stores are constantly throwing out perfectly good food just because it's gone past the best before date or whatever their reasonings are. And so when you grow food, you realize that food is precious and that we shouldn't just let it sit in our fridges and then toss it out. We should try to eat it. And if you can't, maybe donate it, something like that. And remember, you don't have to have property or a yard to even grow your own food. Even if you live in an apartment, you can have a couple of planters and grow some tomatoes or cucumbers. There's lots of things that you can grow in containers. So, don't feel like you have to have a yard to be able to do it. And also in Lloydminster, there's a couple of opportunities to get garden plots out at Bud Miller. And I'd like to see something done more in town. Lots of vacant spots where people could have small allotments and grow their food if they don't have a yard. Yeah, so just keep tuning in every second week and get your gardens ready. And remember that we will be running a social media contest starting in August. It'll be #FarmYourYard, so FarmYeryard. And hopefully we'll get some good entries and someone will win a prize for all their efforts. And we'll go from there. And if you ever have any questions about how to get started in gardening or what to do with your extra food or whatever, just give me a shout on the website, and I'll get back to you and we can talk about gardening and wearing nerd hats.